hit well out to right field. Peralta going back to the track. Gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. A solo home run for Curtis Granderson. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
I'll tell you, the guy in the bump is wishing there was a mercy rule in professional baseball right about now. Hey, but there's no such luck. He's just got to own those back-to-back homers and the rest of it until he gets off the hook, which might be very soon.
Now the Diamondback skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. Randall Delgado, the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Now batting, shortstop.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. Tomas is right there, one down.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Standing in now, Kyle Seager, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Drury gloves it. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Carlos Santana. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Two and 0.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Here's the 3-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Blanco going back. Out of here. A solo shot, and they add another. Oye como va. It's a solo home run for Carlos Santana as this lead swells to 7-0.
Well, when a manager talks about hitting being contagious, that is exactly what we're talking about. One guy tees off, and the guy behind him starts to feel a little bit more confident, a little bit more focused. The next thing you know, you've got 3 home runs in an inning, and your entire offense is off and running.
The pitcher, number 15, Doug.
Into the box, Doug Drabeck, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike one.
Matt, it looks like he was sitting there getting ready to jump on the first pitch fastball, and they pulled the string on him and threw him a changeup and just got him out front. Now I don't know what he's thinking up there at the plate or what he might be looking for. He could be pretty confused right now.
And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate in scoring 5.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks, catcher.
Settling in now, Chris Herman. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Here he comes again, 1-2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Now another 1-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Here's another 1-2. Softly hit here to the left side. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. And hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's another shot of it right here. Not easy to tell for sure from that shot. Going to be interesting to see what they want to do with this one.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The previous play is under video
Okay, we're going to
review.
get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty. Here's the lefty, Gregor Blanco, now. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay, I do think you have to look at what he's given you and realize he's probably approaching the end of his rope pretty soon. Last thing you want is for things to start to unravel and not have a guy ready that you can turn to.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Ready with the 0-2. And another foul ball.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Another one sent foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. The next 0-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Batting ninth, catcher
Raymond Fuentes will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Raymond Fuentes.
And a fly ball, and this should do it. Upton is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, they did what they set out to do here. Win a baseball game and capture another territory. Mission accomplished. Nice job.
A 7-0 shutout final score tonight. Zach Godley permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious visiting team. 7 runs, 8 hits. No errors. They left 1 man on base. For the Diamondbacks, no runs on no hits, no errors. They left no runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 2 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, 49,033. The Diamondbacks thank you for joining us here at Chase Field and remind you to please drive home safely.
from the rejuvenated Gaslamp Quarter in downtown San Diego. MLB The Show has baseball from Petco Park. It'll be Conquest baseball action this evening between the Storm and the Padres. Fan allegiances in a key territory are on the line next on the show. Jared Weaver, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, he uses both the four-seam and the two-seam fastball, and what I like about it is the movement that he's able to create with both those fastballs.
Standing in, Geronimo Novoa, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. One away. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What's this lineup have to do tonight in order to get a W here on the road, HR?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound, so to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on, I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Spangenberg has it in his tracks. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
Batting third.
At the plate, Reggie Jackson. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, and that will break the seal early here. It's quickly 1-0.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
It is Curtis Granderson.
Left fielder, Curtis Granderson.
You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. Bases are empty here with two men out. Smoke toward the hole. Schimpf brings it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. Bottom of the first coming up. The Storm lead it 1-0. CC Sabathia, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. What's your take on him, H?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I mean, they're all good. He throws them for strikes. He dominates. He mixes speeds up. I asked him one day, what's your best pitch? And he told me all 5.
So digging in now, Corey Spangenberg. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Corey Spangenberg.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
I really like that pitch right there. The batter will tell you everything. You get a late swing right there on a fastball low and away. That means that's a great located pitch.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Well, Margot.
And now the infield shifts into a bunt prevent formation. No surprise with the speed that's at the plate. And he pops up the bunt attempt. And Santana will watch it into the glove for the first out. Time now to check the hometown Padres lineup card in this one. HR, what's the key for him here tonight?
Well, Matt, this is a pitcher's ballpark. You can hit your best ball and get out of the ballpark. It's going to end up.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base.
Hey, you don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hot shot on the ground to short. Backhanded. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting fourth.
And that'll bring up the power-hitting middle infielder Ryan Schimpf, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Now, Fillmore's an interesting case. I call him one of those guys that calls the corners. A little wider, but up and down, he's not giving you much. So if you just put a little square up there, that's him.
And that's a setup pitch right there, 1-2.
I like how he wasted that pitch. It was close enough to tempt the hitter to swing.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We'll move on to the second now at Petco Park. Chicago is on top, 1-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Francisco Lindor. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Lindor.
Into the windup and the pitch. This is flared out towards second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Padres. And that's shortstop Eric Ibar. He's won a Gold Glove before, but you're not going to see the guy that's going from one end of the field to the other making ground balls. He now relies a lot on positioning, and he catches it when it's hit to him.
Striding in, Jose Ramirez. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. The windup and the 0-1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Had him fooled as this is popped up back behind short. And no problem there for Ibar as this becomes out number 2. Here's Carlos Santana now. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
He hit that changeup hard. Man, he saw it good. Just wasn't able to keep it fair.
Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Storm lead this one 1-0. Stepping into the box, Yonhervis Solarte. He'll stand in now against CC Sabathia to get the inning started.
Solarte.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, clearly that changeup the pitch before didn't fool him, because that fastball right there, he's right on it. He just couldn't put it in play.
And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats. That is the 4th foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Another one sent foul. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
All right, here's how the visitors are lining up defensively, courtesy of Majestic. And I'm looking at Carlos Santana. You talk about a journey to become a big league player. He was a sought-after catcher by most people, thinking this is a top-notch, top prospect catcher. Then he got blocked in the system. They moved him to third. He really struggled. Then they found a spot for him at first base, though, and he's become a pretty good player.
Hunter Renfroe is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Here's the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike two.
It looks like he just swung right over that sinker right there. What is so hard about a sinker, you have to almost go underneath it and scoop it.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We've played two full. Chicago leads it 1-0. Doug Drabeck will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 15, Doug Drabeck.
Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. On the ground up the middle. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
Stepping in, Jackie Robinson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Ibar at short, scooped up, throw on to first, and Weaver's really got it working here. There are two gone.
Now batting, catcher Geronimo.
Digging in for his second at bat, Geronimo Novoa. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. High in the air out to center field. Spangenberg is there, and they go down in a hurry here as this side is quickly retired. Nothing across here this half. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Chicago is on top here, 1-0. Doug Drabeck, a 6'1" right-hander, will be the one to get the call from the bullpen here. At the plate, Austin Hedges. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Austin Hedges
sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Chop foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. Not surprised. That was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
Batting ninth,
Matt Caesar will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Padres, number 23, Matt Caesar.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. Now here's the pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Takes this the other way to right. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, this is textbook hitting. The right-handed hitter taking that slider and shooting it to right field, or left-handed hitter taking it and shooting it to left. He stayed with it and shot it the opposite direction. Nice job.
Stepping in now, Corey Spangenberg. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. Runner at first here, one man out. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. He popped out in his first trip. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Curveball that time, not even close.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting.
And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Well, they did what they set out to do here. Win a baseball game and capture another territory. Mission accomplished. Nice job.
And that one run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. Jared Weaver worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Fast.